He's just a childhood friend, she said, until I watched him try to kiss her, and she didn't stop him. Now she's begging me to come back. Hey viewers, before we move on to the video, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if you want to see more stories like this. Thanks. The first time I noticed something was off, we were at dinner. Sophia's phone buzzed for the 5th time in 10 minutes. She didn't even try to hide her smile as she tapped out a reply. Work? I asked, spearing a piece of chicken. She shook her head, still typing. Just Derek. I knew Derek. Everyone knew Derek. Sophia's childhood best friend, the guy who apparently had a standing invitation to every date, every vacation, every important moment of our relationship. I watched as she laughed at whatever he'd sent, her fingers flying across the screen. The way her whole face lit up, it was the same look she used to give me, back when we first started dating. Must be funny, I said. She finally looked up. Whatever Derek said. You're smiling. She shrugged, locking her phone. Just stupid stuff. You know how he is. Yeah, I knew. I knew that Derek called her soft, in a voice that was too soft for just friends. That he texted her goodnight every single night, even when she was in bed with me. That he had a habit of showing up unannounced whenever we had plans. But whenever I mentioned it, Sophia would sigh like I was being ridiculous. You're jealous of Derek? She asked once, laughing. Seriously? We've known each other since middle school. It wasn't jealousy. It was the way she'd cancel our anniversary dinner because Derek was going through a rough patch. The way she'd light up when his name popped up on her phone, like I wasn't even in the room. The way she always chose him. I told myself I wasn't the jealous type. But when your girlfriend's best friend starts feeling more like a rival, it's hard to ignore. The final straw came on a random Tuesday night. Sophia was staying over when her phone buzzed on the nightstand. A text from Derek. Miss you. Sophomore, wish you were here instead of babysitting your boring boyfriend. I stared at the screen, waiting for her to say something. To be angry. To defend me. She just sighed and typed back. LOL, you're the worst. Then she rolled over and went to sleep. I lay awake the rest of the night, staring at the ceiling. That's when I knew this wasn't in my head, and I wasn't going to ignore it anymore. The invitation came on a Thursday night. Come to Derek's party, Sophia said, scrolling through her phone. Everyone will be there. I hesitated. I thought we were going to that new movie tonight. She waved a hand. We can see it anytime. This is Derek's birthday. Of course it was. The party was already in full swing when we arrived. Derek's apartment was packed, music thumping, drinks flowing, bodies pressed together. Sophia squealed when she saw him and launched into a hug that lasted a beat too long. Ryan. Derek clapped me on the back, his breath already smelling like whiskey. Didn't think you'd actually show up. I forced a smile. Wouldn't miss it. Sophia disappeared into the crowd with Derek, his arms slung casually around her shoulders. I watched as he whispered something in her ear, watched her throw her head back laughing, watched how naturally she leaned into him. I grabbed a beer and found a spot by the wall. 2 hours later, Derek was wasted. His words slurred together as he stumbled through the room, his eyes never leaving Sophia. I saw him pull her into the kitchen, his hands lingering on her waist. Something twisted in my gut. I followed. They were half hidden by the fridge door, but I saw it all clearly. Derek's fingers tangling in her hair, his drunken whisper against her ear. Then his lips, brushing against hers. Sophia froze. For 3 endless seconds, she didn't move. Then she pushed him away, laughing too loud. Derek, oh my God, you're wasted. He grinned, unapologetic. Worth a shot. I didn't say a word. Just turned around, walked out the door, and drove home in silence. My phone blew up before I even pulled into the driveway. Sophia. Ryan, it wasn't like that. Sophia. He was just drunk. You know how he gets. Sophia. Are you seriously going to ghost me over this? I left the messages on read. The next one came an hour later. Sophia. You're really going to throw away our relationship because of one stupid mistake? I turned off my phone. Some mistakes you don't come back from. The pounding on my door came at 7:03 a.m. I knew it was Sophia before I looked through the peephole. That frantic, uneven knocking was unmistakable. I opened the door to find her standing there in last night's clothes, mascara smudged under bloodshot eyes. You're really going to throw away 2 years over one stupid mistake? Her voice cracked like thin ice. I kept my grip on the doorframe. Was it a mistake, or was it inevitable? He was drunk, she shouted, then immediately lowered her voice when my neighbor's door creaked open down the hall. And you weren't. I counted off on my fingers. You brought me to his party. You let him whisper in your ear all night. You didn't immediately shove him away when I did push him away. After 3 Mississippi's worth of letting it happen, I watched her face flush. Tell me something. If I'd done that with my female friend, would you be this understanding? That's different. How? She opened her mouth, then closed it. The silence stretched between us like a live wire. Finally, she crossed her arms. So what? You're just done? No discussion? I think the discussion happened when his tongue was in your mouth. Her head jerked back like I'd slapped her. He didn't. Don't. My knuckles turned white on the doorframe. I saw everything. For the first time, real fear flashed across her face. Ryan, I'll stop talking to him. You shouldn't have to be told to stop. I stepped back inside. Goodbye, Sophia. The door clicked shut on her choked sob. Through the wood, I heard her fist hit it once, a dull thud that vibrated through my apartment. Then silence. Then retreating footsteps. My phone buzzed 20 minutes later. Sophia, 9:24 a.m. I told Derek we can't be friends anymore. Please call me. I blocked her number before the screen could go dark. The texts started coming from unknown numbers 2 weeks later. Unknown. Derek told everyone we hooked up. My friends won't even look at me. Unknown. I lost everything because of one stupid mistake. Please answer me. I deleted each one without replying. The gym became my sanctuary. The rhythmic clank of weights, the burn in my muscles, the predictable pain I could control. Then came the voicemail. Her voice sounded raw, like she'd been crying for days. They're calling me a tease. A liar. Derek's showing people. God, Ryan. He's showing people texts I never sent. My boss pulled me aside yesterday about office morale. I have nowhere to delete. At week 3, my coworker Jamie hesitated before our morning coffee run. You heard about Sophia? I stirred creamer into my coffee. No. Apparently she got fired. Some drama with that friend of hers? The guy told HR she was harassing him. Jamie whistled. Messy. The coffee turned bitter in my mouth. Huh. That night, another text blinked on my screen. Unknown. I'm staying with my sister. I just need you to know I never slept with him. Please believe me. I stared at the ceiling until sunrise. The produce section was the last place I expected to see her. I was weighing avocados when I felt someone staring. Sophia stood frozen by the organic apples, her oversized sweater swallowing her frame. The circles under her eyes had deepened to bruises. Ryan. Her voice cracked like dry leaves. Can we talk? The store hummed around us, squeaky carts, a baby crying 3 aisles over. I placed the avocado in my basket. We're talking now. She flinched at my tone. Not here. Please. I adjusted my grip on the basket. 1 minute. I'd give her 1 minute. We stepped outside into the brittle autumn air. Sophia's hands trembled around a coffee cup that had gone cold. I know you think I'm some. She swallowed. Some monster. But Derek lied. About everything. The texts, the HR complaint. Her breath fogged between us. He used me to make his new girlfriend jealous. A delivery truck rumbled past. I studied the way her collarbones protruded above her sweater neckline. The chipped pink polish on her nails. The Sophia I knew would never leave polish chipped. And I finally said. Her head snapped up. And Ryan, I lost my job. My friends. I'm living off savings while. While what? I interrupted. While I'm supposed to care? The words landed between us like stones. Sophia's mouth opened, then closed. You made choices, I continued. Every text you answered. Every time you canceled plans for him. Every second you let that kiss happen. I adjusted my jacket collar against the wind. Own them. Tears tracked through her concealer. I was stupid. But you loved me once. Doesn't that mean anything? A year ago, that plea would have shattered me. Now, it barely registered. It meant I deserved better. I checked my watch. My girlfriend's expecting these groceries. Sophia's cup hit the pavement, coffee bleeding across the concrete. You what? Take care of yourself, Sophia. I turned toward the parking lot. Her scream followed me. You moved on that fast. I kept walking. Some silences speak louder than screams. The sunlight through the cafe windows was warm on my back as I stirred honey into my tea. Across the table, Lena laughed at something our waiter said, her fingers brushing mine as she handed me a menu. That's when I saw her. Sophia stood at the bus stop outside, shoulders hunched against the wind. Her hair was shorter, her coat worn at the edges. She stared at her phone, thumb scrolling absently, her breath fogging in the cold air. Lena followed my gaze. Someone you know? I watched Sophia tuck a loose strand of hair behind her ear, a nervous habit she'd had for years. For a second, I remembered the girl who used to steal fries off my plate, who fell asleep on my shoulder during movies, who once whispered, "I love you," like it was a secret just for us. Then Lena squeezed my hand, and the memory dissolved like sugar in tea. "No," I said, turning back to the menu. "Not anymore." Outside, the bus arrived with a hiss of brakes. Sophia climbed on without looking back. Lena's thumb traced circles over my knuckles. "You okay?" I smiled. "Better than okay." The waiter brought our food, avocado toast for her, eggs Benedict for me. The kind of breakfast I never got to enjoy before, always too busy accommodating someone else's cravings. Across the street, the bus pulled away, taking the past with it. Some goodbyes don't need words. Just peace. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. What do you think about this story? Share it in the comments.